We know what they were talking about in Moscow now, and we're going to talk about it today on the 5-Minute Commute. We start with the question of the day. You're going to have to think about this one. There's a lot of possible answers. And remember, put your answer in the comments below. What is your favorite Canadian product? That's what I want to know. What is your favorite Canadian product? Is it oil? Is it electricity? Is it Lululemon? Is it Canadian Club? Is it Justin Bieber? Is it lumber? Is it Ryan Reynolds? It could be so many things. What is your favorite Canadian product? Let's discuss it in the comments below. Okay, so yesterday we talked about the secret plane that landed in Moscow, and it was the CIA director. Now we know what he landed to talk about. He said, don't mess with NATO. Apparently, I'm paraphrasing. I'm sure the conversation was longer than that. I'm sure he didn't fly there just to say that sentence. But that is the gist of the conversation as I understand it. And I got to be honest, okay, yeah, let's say that to Russia. Good job. Right? I don't know what more to say there. Our second story today is about mail-in ballots. We've been doing a lot of talk about mail-in ballots. So apparently it has been allowed to proceed. They have not made an official ruling yet, but they are allowing it to proceed with the things that Trump wanted to have changed on mail-in ballots, which is basically giving him some control over the state's mail-in ballots. Now, many of you commented yesterday, and I agree. The states should have control over who they want to vote for and should be 100% in control of their own election results. It really is the way it should be. I'm sure people are going to argue with me, but that's my opinion. You had yours yesterday. In our question of the day, we asked you what your favorite Canadian product is. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about the trade war. As you know, as we talked about over the last few days, Trump says we're going to start this 50% tariff. Apparently, he has moved it now until after the midterms, which, I guess is kind of smart, right? Because, he doesn't want to get voted out because we would all do that. We're still going to do that. But anyway, Canada came back and said, well, if you're going to tariff us, we're going to tariff you. And then he said, well, we're going to change the Lake Ontario to Lake America. And they said, okay. I mean, they're not going to change the name on their own maps, so why would they care? But the biggest thing here is the auto industry. And as you know, I work in the auto industry, and so I keep a very, very close eye on what in the world is going on here. It would be a disaster for some of the auto industry companies. Not all, but some. And by some, I mean the American ones. It would be bad if the American car companies were to suddenly be forced to pay tariffs back and forth across the Canadian border. If you have any idea of Detroit, right across the Canadian border is a lot of factories and things go back and forth all the time. That's just simplifying it for you. It's a terrible idea. I'll leave it at that. On the upside, today is National Just Because Day. What is National Just Because Day? Well, you get to do something just because. Nobody gets to argue with you over it. You say, I'm going to go do this. They go, why are you going to do that? You go, just because. You don't need a reason. Going out to dinner tonight? Just because. Going to go golfing today? Just because. No, just because. This day in history, an interesting one. In 1916, Italy officially declared war on Germany during World War I. That was 1916. If you've ever watched anything on World War I, it is way more fascinating than World War II as far as the intricacies of the politics of World War I. World War II, very clear, good versus evil. It was the most obvious good versus evil situation in history. World War I, very intricate politics going on. And if you ever get a chance, check it out. That's going to do it for today. I have more videos coming out later on today. At least one more video I have that I intend to put out today. I'll do it from the backyard so you know it's not the same one as this. Have a great day. I know I'm late putting these out today. That was because of a little bit of a migraine that is finally gone. You can probably still see it in my eyes a little bit, but it is gone, and it happened on a day off to help ruin a day off. Hopefully your day isn't ruined. Have a great day, and don't forget, be kind to someone today.